Good morning. It's Marina Beach Salt Alchemist, and I'm coming today with day 28 of the 31-day live in July. And today I thought it would be really beneficial for me to do some healing and activation around wearing masks. So, if you're in the UK, you'll know in particular that we are required, if we're going into shops, to wear a mask. Now, some people are really okay with it and it gives them a sense of security, whereas some of us are not so keen for whatever reason that might be. So it could be something that you're quite conscious of, or it could be kind of quite irrational, and just the thought of wearing something excuse me, is it doesn't make sense to you, but there is a kind of maybe an uncomfortableness or a fear actually around having a face covering on. Good morning, Marianne. So I wanted to do some healing today and just to kind of cleanse and clear anything that we may be holding in the subconscious, because the subconscious generally holds around 95% of stuff that we're not aware of. And then the other percentages are collective conscious, unconscious, and obviously our conscious things that we are aware of. So that means that there's an awful lot held in that particular area that we're not aware of. So I thought today might be just useful for me to do any cleansing and clearing and healing around any trauma. As I say, anything that's held within the subconscious, which could be past life, it could be present life, it could even be future life. So we're going to cover all timelines with this. We'll cover obviously trauma, but I'm also going to cover contracts and agreements, vows, anything where we've kind of got this obedience energy, because for some people what this brings up is restriction, their liberties being taken away, freedom of speech perhaps. It could be, this fact of having a sense of being smothered, which could be, as I say, irrational, because it might be linked with a past lifetime where you were physically smothered, maybe smothered to death, or your speech was restricted in some way. And we're also going to look at so we're going to remove vows, agreements, contracts of obedience, and then what I want to do is activate acceptance and inner peace. Now, whether you choose to wear a mask or not, that's entirely up to you. I'm not here to kind of judge or have an opinion on that. But whether you choose to or not, it's about having this inner peace and this acceptance with your decision. And whether you choose to, as I say, wear a mask and just feel more peaceful around that and more accepting, so it's not so much as of an uncomfortable an uncomfortable thing to do. Or it might be that you kind of embrace the fact that you don't want to wear a mask for whatever reason, and that could be health, or it could be some of the things that I've already mentioned, but you're going to do that with with conviction, and and kind of be accepting perhaps that there will be judgment, but you kind of standing in your power with that. Whatever the choice and whatever you choose is perfect, because you're choosing it, and you're the conscious creator of your own experience. So for me, I just wanted to do some healing around the uncomfortable aspect of that, which will bring you acceptance and peace, or being able to connect with that with regardless to whatever you choose. So if you want to accept the healing, just say yes, and you might want to type that in the comments, or you can just mentally say that to yourself, that you're going to accept the healing. And then what I'll do is I'm going to connect to your guides and with your higher self, and just request that they integrate the healing and the activation for your highest good, health, mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, and that it's done at a level that is suitable for you. So whatever is perfect for you is what will be integrated. So we're going to cover all timelines, all lifetimes, all universes, all dimensions, all conscious levels, but specifically the subconscious level. And we're going to do this throughout our whole body system. So when I say that, what I mean is the emotional body, the mental body, the physical body, you know, through our auric layers. So it's kind of the whole system, everything that's an aspect of us. So I just want to cover all parts. And what we're going to do, first of all, is we're going to connect to the root cause of any physical, mental, or emotional trauma that has been experienced that creates uncomfortableness when wearing a face covering, a mask, or having any aspect of our face kind of restricted. We just want to connect to all root causes of that trauma and just clear to zero, please. So this might spin for a little while because I've covered quite a lot there just with one command, and we're affecting all timelines, all lifetimes. And I just want to connect also to anything being held in the Akashic records, and just releasing any negative energy linked with this trauma. And anything we clear from the Akashic records, we're just going to leave all learnings and knowledge intact. But we want to release the energies that are restricting us, that are allowing us to feel uncomfortable when associated with face coverings or masks. So I'm just going to allow that to spin. And if you're quite energetically sensitive, you probably will feel this. I feel it around my crown chakra. And I can feel Archangel Raphael has joined us. And he wants to stand behind us just to support this healing. And I can actually sense that he's, if you can imagine, he's got his hands up and he's behind with his hands up. It's almost like he's taking the energy away. So he's like the receiver of that energy that is being released from our energy fields. He's kind of receiving that. So he's taking that from us. Thank you. So as I say, this might go on for a while. I just want you to breathe into this as this energy is being released. And if you start to yawn, then that's part of the releasing process as well. Yawning is a way for us to physically release. Okay. So the longer this goes on with the pendulum, the deeper it is in terms of what has been released. Okay, has that been activated? Okay, so we're now going to connect with any aspects of trauma, experiences, agreements, contracts, vows, promises. Again, all timelines, all lifetimes, all universes, all dimensions, all conscious levels throughout our whole body system, where we've agreed to have our choices taken away, our freedom of speech. We've handed over our freedom of speech. And that could be through the agreement of giving over our life, unwillingly giving over our life, giving up our choice, our ability to choose, our ability to speak, our ability to breathe. So I just want to connect to all of those experiences and release the trauma that is linked with those experiences. And that trauma can be felt again on the physical, mental, emotional, spiritual level. And again within the Akashic records. And I just sense now that Archangel Raphael is now taking that energy from around the heart chakra. And again, it's just being released into his hands. So just start to feel that energy and his energy just around the front as he's pulling and taking and receiving that energy from us. I sense actually he's got one hand in front and actually one hand above our crown chakras. So just allow him to take that energy and that trauma, that pain, that frustration, that obedience energy that we hold on to. Just allow that to be released. Again, this is going deep. So just allow the energy to be released and those layers to fall away. And this is going to be promoting a sense of freedom and inner peace. This is what we're doing by releasing and taking these layers. Taking and releasing these restrictions, this confinement. Okay, has that been activated, please? Okay. Okay, so I also want to release any feelings of fear around wearing or choosing not to wear a face mask. So any fears that we may have around judgment, any fears around actually wearing the mask, any feelings of uncomfortableness and panic. Just want to connect to those energies, please, and release those. If they're not serving our highest good, if they're holding us back from making aligned choices, we want to just release those energies. They're not helping us, they're not supporting us, they're not keeping us safe. So allow those to be released, please. Again, from all timelines, all lifetimes, all universes, all dimensions, all conscious levels throughout the whole body system.
prosperity, ik weet het niet.
Okay, and I also just want to add into this the sense of being gagged. And this could be a physical gagging and a restriction here that's kind of, even though we're wearing, perhaps if you're going to choose to wear a face mask here, it's affecting the throat here. So any connection, any triggers from wearing a face mask that relate to the throat and trauma to the throat, can we release those now as well, please? And just allow Archangel Raphael just to take that energy. And he's just going to move his hands now to wherever it feels right for you. So you may be able to sense where his energies move to, and that is going to be right for you. He's going to be able to take that energy from different parts for every single person that watches this live or replay. So just sense where that energy is, where you can feel his presence, and that might be just a slight pressure within the physical body. It might be a tingling. It could be a little pulse of some kind within the body or in your auric field. But that will be his energy, just taking away all of this non-beneficial energy that we don't need to hold on to, that we don't need to be affected by, just by having the trigger of a face mask. Okay, again, this is going fairly deep. Okay, so we're now going to activate just our ability to really connect to our inner peace and acceptance around choosing to wear a face mask, not choosing to wear a face mask, again, whatever feels right for you, but it's having this acceptance of your choice and your decision and having peace with that, finding peace with that. So not feeling the panic, not feeling the frustration, not feeling the anxiety, not feeling restricted. It's finding inner peace with whatever the decision is. And if you decide to wear a face mask, it's finding the inner peace whilst wearing that face mask. So we just want to spin that back onto our timeline. So everything that we've released and removed, we're now filling with this amazing inner peace, this sense of inner peace, this calmness, this contentment, this acceptance. Just allow that to fill your whole body, your auric field. You can imagine that maybe as a colour as it's being brought in. Archangel Raphael will also add his own energy, which could be a green healing energy, into this. And just allow your whole physical body to be filled with this peace, this contentment. And this is being spun onto all your timelines, all lifetimes, all universes, all dimensions. Again, to be felt through all of your whole body system and all conscious levels. So whenever you choose or not to choose to wear the face mask, we want the trigger to be one of inner peace, to be one of contentment, to be one of acceptance. Whenever you maybe choose to wear that face mask or not, it's about acceptance of your decision, acceptance of maybe having the mouth covered, and finding inner peace with that, connecting to whatever that inner peace means to you. And for having that inner peace of choice, we just want to promote that every time that you choose to go out and wear the mask or not wear the mask. Okay, has that been activated, please? Okay, perfect. Okay, so you'll have to let me know how that goes. Thank you, Archangel Raphael, for that. So yeah, let me know how you feel when you next time you go to the shops, or you go out with a mask on, or you go out purposely without the mask on. Let me know how you feel. You know, you can do this under this post, or you can do it privately. And just see if you felt more readily able to do that. That you felt more comfortable with actually having your mouth covered. And just let me know, how this healing and activation worked for you. I'd be just interested to know. So I hope you enjoyed that. And so, yeah, thank you, and let me know how it goes. Thank you for watching the live, and thank you for watching the replay. And I will be back on tomorrow morning on my Facebook business page to talk about my next program that I'm going to be doing with the Akashic Records. So if you want to join me live at 9, I will be sharing more about that. Okay, have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.